Ain't no sunshine when she's it's not a warm.
Y'all see how thick she is?
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone.
That ass! That ass!
Oh, the girl in my last video, What is Tricking? She ended up blocking me. Not because she did anything degenerate like shaking her ass and all this other stuff. She blocked me because she said she wasn't wearing makeup in the video. Even though I told her I was coming hours prior. So at first I thought that was the most stupidest shit ever, you know. I still think it's the most stupidest shit ever. But after talking to my homeboy Bob, he painted it out for me. And let me see from her side of the story. It made me gain a sense of empathy for what she was saying.
She thinking you have malicious intent with posting content when she's not up to par. Up to par meaning her make, you know, this thing she wanted, it was a certain way she wants to look, so she didn't have her makeup done. She has a brand, and her brand can kind of like take a hit, like the reputation can take a hit if she's not up to par or up to standard.
So after hearing that, I couldn't help but think about this passage that I read in this book called The Ways of Sin by John Berger. Meaning, look at women watch themselves being looked at. This determines not only most relations between men and women, also the relation of women to themselves. The surveyor of woman in herself is male, the surveyed female. Thus she turns herself into an object, most particularly an object of vision. A sight.
Something that really bothers me and like honestly has given me a sense of a little bit of an insecurity is the fact that, yeah, like there are all these women like throwing themselves, but me, like the past 10 years, like I don't have any of that. Like I have zero, this sounds weird, but like male attention. And so then like I begin to internalize it and I'm like, is something wrong with me?
You're not looking.
What?
You're not
Like,
looking. You're not even,
but I'm gonna tell you something.
A woman is always accompanied, except when quite alone, perhaps even then, by her own image of herself. While she is walking across a room or weeping at the death of her father, she cannot avoid envisaging herself walking or weeping. From earliest childhood, she is taught and persuaded to survey herself continually. She has to survey everything she is and everything she does, because how she appears to others, and particularly how she appears to men, is of crucial importance for what is normally thought of as the success of her life.
After reading this passage, the many times I asked myself, why do women post thirst traps? Why do women take forever to get ready? Why do women get plastic surgery? All the answers to these questions finally came to my head. Yeah, it's for self-esteem, but what fuels that self-esteem? The messages you receive on Tinder, the likes you receive on IG, catcalling. These are all things that I personally think fuels women's ego on a subconscious level, but they will never consciously flat out admit it. But I don't know, maybe my lack of faith in the female species is blinding me. So I'm going to the direct source. I'm gonna ask women themselves, do they enjoy getting catcalled? Just a little bit. So when y'all get catcalled, how does that make you feel?
Hot.
Makes you feel hot?
Sexy.
It's like a confidence boost?
We're Leos, so yeah.
Yeah, that make every woman feel some type of way. If they're not saying nothing to you, then you gonna be like, is something wrong with me?
I mean, it definitely boosts my,
It boosts your ego
you know,
a little bit.
but not too much.
When do you know it's just too much?
When they get to hollering, like yelling, literally yelling at me, it makes me feel empowered.
All right, so what if you at the gas station, there's like a group of niggas
Just calling me.
just calling?
I ain't gonna do nothing but strut harder. I hate going to the gas station because of that reason. Because they be hollering, calling me A. A is not my name.
Women enjoy being catcalled.
It depends on how you do it. First of all, what you say afterwards. Don't be doing it repeatedly. Just do it once, see if you get a response. If not, then just, that's it.
Looking cute, ain't looking truly, I'm a true. You get what I'm saying?
So if he say some shit, but he handsome or some shit, then you fucking with him.
I'm not putting that.
Whoa! This is a good question.
I'm not redoing because that bitch tripping.
Nah, what if it's like borderline disrespectful? Like, what if they like?
Oh yeah, that's the difference. Now if they doing the most, then I'm gonna say something to them.
It depends on what's your disrespect, because me being me, I mean, like, if you be like, hey, ma, I mean, I feel like that's disrespectful if you ugly, but if you're not ugly, I mean, like, what's up, baby?
Like, how do you respectfully say you got a fat ass? Like,
you way too thick to be walking in this warm weather.
I've never been told I got a fat ass. I'll remember that for the rest of my life. That'll like carry me through the fucking week.
you say something, it's like slick disrespectful, but it's funny.
I mean, if I think it's funny, then I'ma laugh.
Every girl done got sniggered out her drawers before. You ain't just never, oh my God, you so funny.
If you can make a girl laugh and giggle, you can make that ass laugh and jiggle.
For us, it's like we have to be careful, you know what I mean? Like, so that's why it's hard, but it's not always personal, you know what I mean? It's like sometimes it's like we're trying to protect ourselves.
Approach me when I know I can say no. Like if you approach me aggressively and it's just like, hey, but if I feel comfortable saying no to you, you're good.
Yeah.
Like, do you always kind of feel like you being looked at in a sense?
Yeah, in a positive sense. It just depends on how you carry yourself. I carry myself classy.
So if I came like, hey yo mom, I'm fucking with your tattoos, can I get away with it?
He
Okay, so I can
cute,
get away
so
with it.
he'll be able to get away with all these tattoos himself.
I think that's actually more attractive when you like, if you reject somebody and they're like really cool about it. I'm like, wait.
Yeah, sometimes I'm like, wait a minute.
So that happened to you before? It was like, you kind of like, you know what?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like if someone's like really butthurt about it, that's unattractive. But if someone's like,
That's how I got my
alright,
first
it's like-
boyfriend in undergrad. Literally,
Okay.
he catcalled me, and then I told him, I was like, I'm not interested. And then he came, and then he was like, very cool. He's like, okay, just wanted to let you know. And I was like,
You're like,
what
come
are you
on.
doing tonight? What are you doing?
Now I just gotta get your number then, you know what I'm saying?
Oh.
So I can see where that goes, you know what I mean?
Okay, well, he give my number, but I ain't gonna give it to y'all on his channel.
Perfect time. Ooh, ladies, how y'all doing?
Oh, hello, thank you.
Ladies, y'all bring
All right, this is a good test. Is this what it is? This is a good test. Let's see. You smell extremely well.
I smell good.
You smell very nicely.
I'm talking about
This is
layoff,
good.
baby. Yeah.
So was that like a smooth way to go?
That's how
It
you
helps
supposed
when he
to
smells
feel.
good. If he smells, yeah, you smell nice.
Yeah.
If you smell dirty, then I would be like, get the f off of us.
That was like a.
Now my ego's like up here.
So after talking to all those women that night, faith in the female species just restored just a little bit. You know, not too much, just a little bit, you know. But overall, I think it was a pretty fun science experiment. You know, I learned a lot. I learned women spend a lot of time, effort, and money just whenever it comes to beauty standards. But it all boils down to attention. You ask majority of women would they rather jump off a bridge or never receive male attention, the whole world would be a sausage fest. But it's okay. Men, we're visual creatures. That's why women fall in love with what they hear. Men, we fall in love with what we see. There's a nigga out there right now dealing with some goofy hoe just because she got a fat ass. Don't be that guy. But if you haven't already, check out John Berger's book, The Way of Seeing. It's definitely the book that inspired this video. And the book just really just opened my eyes to just the way we see things as society, just different human beings, culture, men and women, how we view each other and stuff like that. Now, TT, if you're watching this, I just want to let you know that I miss you.
By you, I really mean your mouth, because your head game was fucking awesome.